Well, it is time for us to take a look at some of our Monday morning headlines. Obviously, a little more happened this weekend than just the Golden Globes. If you're curious, North Korea once again said that it could launch an ICBM at any time, looking to test their latest missile delivery system. And the U.S. Defense Secretary says that North Korea's weapons capabilities are a, quote, serious threat. Meanwhile, President Trump had tweeted earlier it, quote, will not happen. At this point, everything is ramping up. Bailout talks are set to grow again in Greece, looking as they're trying to set between the EU and the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, trying to bail out Greece yet again. They're talking about what kind of austerity measures they might impose on the country of Greece, something which, of course, the Greek citizens did not take kindly to the last time around. However, this would be at least the third bailout that we're talking about. The Queen of England made her first public appearance since missing the New Year's and the Christmas holiday services. It was kind of a big news that she wasn't seen in public for some time. They say she has a, quote, heavy cold, but she is recovering. Looks like that there is a newspaper publisher in Israel who's under investigation right now, that the center actually of the Netanyahu probe, who apparently traded good coverage in his newspaper for circulation. Also, Turkey is now blaming the United States for the Istanbul nightclub attack and for hacking. They're saying that U.S. hackers have attacked the country's power network, and they're blaming the USA for attacks on their power grid, which caused multiple blackouts recently across the country of Turkey. If you didn't hear, there was another terror attack in Israel this weekend in Jerusalem. A truck plowed into a group of soldiers, killing 4 of them. And although the man was shot, he was not killed. He was taken into custody. Also, the IBSF has lifted their provisional suspension of the 4 Russian athletes on the skeleton, which is kind of a cousin of the bobsled. It's the one where they face head down. Anyway, they had been suspended from the 2014 Olympics because of doping, and now that suspension has been lifted. Did you know that an American consular official in Guadalajara was shot? Well, they arrested the man, and he turns out to be an American who did it. Also, the president of Iran, the former president, Ayatollah Akbar Hashemi Rafsanjani, this is the guy who goes all the way back to the founding of the Islamic Republic in Iran. He has died. It was announced on Sunday on Iranian TV at the age of 82. The Trump advisor, Monica Crowley, also a talk show host, has been accused by CNN of plagiarism in her 2012 book. They said that her book had no bibliography at the end. She had not responded. Baldwin managed to get under Donald Trump's skin again. He just posted a picture on Instagram. SNL is on hiatus right now, but he had a red hat that says "Make America Great," only it was in Cyrillic letters. That's the Russian alphabet, of course. Also, Trump has apparently, at least it was suggested yesterday by his incoming chief of staff, that he has accepted the U.S. intelligence assessment that Russia was behind those cyber attacks, the hacking on the Democratic emails. Also, as the United States is bringing in more tanks, more equipment into Europe for a huge exercise in NATO countries right on the edge of Russia, and the U.S. military is vowing more complex training in Europe, a new survey out says that a lot of Westerners, the majority of Westerners, believe in the inevitability of a third world war. That's where we're at with our national and international headlines. Take a look at my Alaska headlines as well. And our commentary today is going to focus on one of those Alaska stories in Juneau. They are talking about completely outlawing camping in downtown Juneau. And you get my 2 cents on that. If you like what I'm doing, please consider buying a subscription or becoming a sponsor on Patreon. Also, I have a new sponsor that you'll hear about in my Alaska news today. It is Inland Petro Service, Inc., and I'll tell you about why you should give them some business. If you'd like to become an advertiser, you can contact me through email, steve@radiofreespeech.com. Once again, tell your friends it's radiofreespeech.com.